1. We only use 10% of our brain. Reality. Humans use virtually all parts of their brain, and most of the brain is active almost all the time. The 10% myth is a persistent misconception, possibly originating from misinterpretations of neurological research or misunderstandings of how brain functions are distributed. Brain imaging techniques, such as MRI and PET scans, show that even simple tasks require the coordination of multiple areas of the brain. 2. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. Reality. There is no conclusive evidence linking knuckle cracking to arthritis. The popping sound is caused by the release of gas bubbles from the synovial fluid in your joints. Studies have shown that habitual knuckle cracking does not significantly increase the risk of developing arthritis, although it may cause other issues like hand swelling or decreased grip strength in some cases. 3. Bulls hate the color red. Reality. Bulls are colorblind to red. The movement of the matador's cape is what provokes the bull, not the color. Like other cattle, bulls have dichromatic vision, meaning they see two colors, blue and yellow. The cape's movement is interpreted as a threat or challenge, causing the bull to charge. 4. Shaving makes hair grow back thicker. Reality. Shaving does not change the thickness, color, or rate of growth of hair. When you shave, the hair is cut at the surface of the skin, which can make it feel coarser as it grows out. This blunt tip can also make the hair appear darker or thicker, but the hair's actual structure remains unchanged. 5. Goldfish have a 3-second memory. Reality. Goldfish have a memory span that can last weeks or even months, not just 3 seconds. Goldfish can be trained to recognize different shapes, colors, and sounds, demonstrating their ability to remember and learn. Studies have shown that goldfish can remember how to navigate mazes and perform tasks for a considerable amount of time. 6. You swallow 8 spiders a year. While sleeping. Reality. There is no scientific evidence to support the claim that people swallow spiders in their sleep regularly, let alone 8 per year. Spiders tend to avoid humans, and the vibrations from a sleeping person would likely scare them away. This myth likely originated from a fear-based rumor rather than any factual basis. 7. Humans have 5 senses. Reality. Humans have more than 5 senses. The traditional 5 senses, sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch, are just the most commonly recognized. Other senses include proprioception, sense of body position, thermoception, sense of temperature, nociception, sense of pain, equilibrioception, sense of balance, and more. These additional senses help humans navigate the world and interact with their environment more effectively. 8. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. Reality. Lightning can and often does strike the same place multiple times. Tall structures like skyscrapers, radio towers, and trees are frequently struck by lightning. For example, the Empire State Building is struck by lightning about 20-25 times per year. Lightning tends to strike the highest point in an area, making repeated strikes likely in certain locations. 9. Dropping a penny from a skyscraper can kill someone. Reality. A penny dropped from a skyscraper would not have enough velocity to kill someone on the ground. While the penny would reach a terminal velocity, the maximum speed it can fall, of about 25-70 mph, depending on conditions, its mass is too small to cause fatal injury. The most it could do is cause a slight sting or discomfort upon impact. 10. Ostriches bury their heads in the sand. Reality. Ostriches do not bury their heads in the sand to avoid danger. This myth likely arose from the bird's behavior of lowering its head to the ground to eat or check on its eggs. When threatened, ostriches are more likely to run away at speeds up to 45 mph or use their powerful legs to defend themselves. 11. Bats are blind. Reality. Bats are not blind. While many species of bats use echolocation to navigate and find food in the dark, they also have functional eyes and can see, especially in low light conditions. Some bats rely more on their vision than others, particularly those that feed on fruit. 12. Chameleons change color to match their surroundings. Reality. Chameleons change color primarily for communication and temperature regulation, not to blend in with their surroundings. Their color changes can reflect their mood, level of stress, or desire to attract a mate. While some species can adjust their colors to better match their environment, this is not the primary reason for their color-changing abilities. 13. Waking a sleepwalker is dangerous. Reality: it is not inherently dangerous to wake a sleepwalker, but it can be disorienting or confusing for them. The belief that waking a sleepwalker can cause harm likely stems from the fact that sleepwalkers may be startled or confused upon waking, but waking them can prevent them from injuring themselves by walking into dangerous situations. 14. Humans and dinosaurs coexisted. Reality: humans and dinosaurs did not live at the same time. Dinosaurs went extinct about 65 million years before humans appeared. The misconception that humans and dinosaurs coexisted may be fueled by popular media, such as movies or misinterpretations of fossil evidence. Humans and dinosaurs are separated by tens of millions of years in the geologic timeline. 15. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Reality: the Great Wall of China is not visible from space with the naked eye. While the wall is long, it is relatively narrow, making it difficult to see without the aid of telescopic lenses. Astronauts in low Earth orbit cannot see the Great Wall without special equipment, and from the moon, it is impossible to see any human-made structures. 16. Water conducts electricity. Reality: pure water does not conduct electricity well. It is the impurities in water, such as minerals and salts, that make it a good conductor. Tap water, seawater, and other natural sources of water contain ions that allow electricity to flow through them, making them conductive. However, distilled water, which has had most impurities removed, is a poor conductor of electricity. 17. You should wait. 30 minutes after eating before swimming. Reality: there is no scientific basis for the idea that you must wait 30 minutes after eating before swimming. While it's true that digestion diverts some blood flow from muscles to the stomach, the effect is not significant enough to cause dangerous cramps or increase the risk of drowning. Swimming after eating is generally safe, though vigorous exercise immediately after a large meal may cause discomfort. 18. Carrots improve night vision. Reality: while carrots are high in vitamin A, which is essential for maintaining healthy vision, they do not significantly improve night vision beyond what is normal for a person with adequate vitamin A intake. The myth that carrots improve night vision was popularized during World War II as part of British propaganda to conceal the use of radar technology. 19. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. Reality: while Mount Everest has the highest altitude above sea level, Mauna Kea in Hawaii is the tallest mountain when measured from its base on the ocean floor to its summit. Mauna Kea stands about 10 to 200 meters tall, compared to Everest's height of 8,848 meters above sea level. 20. The Coriolis effect determines the direction of water draining. Reality: the Coriolis effect, which influences the direction of large-scale phenomena like hurricanes, does not determine the direction in which water drains in sinks or toilets. The direction of water draining is primarily influenced by the shape of the basin and the initial momentum of the water. The Coriolis effect is too weak to have a noticeable impact on such small-scale systems. 21. Bananas grow on trees. Reality: bananas do not grow on trees. They grow on large, herbaceous plants. The banana plant is often mistaken for a tree because it has a tall, sturdy trunk, but this trunk is actually a pseudostem made of tightly packed leaf bases. The banana plant is the world's largest herbaceous flowering plant. 22. Napoleon Bonaparte was short. Reality: Napoleon Bonaparte was not unusually short for his time. He was about 5 feet 6 inches tall, which was average for a Frenchman in the early 19th century. The misconception about his height may have arisen from a confusion between French and English measurements, or from British propaganda aimed at belittling him. 23. The 5-second rule. Reality: The 5-second rule, which suggests that food dropped on the floor is safe to eat if picked up within 5 seconds, is not scientifically valid. Bacteria can transfer to food almost instantly upon contact with a contaminated surface. The cleanliness of the surface and the type of food are more important factors in determining the risk of bacterial contamination. 24. Camels store water in their humps. Reality: camels do not store water in their humps. They store fat. The fat in the hump provides energy when food is scarce. Camels are well adapted to desert life because they can go long periods without water, but this is due to their ability to conserve water and regulate their body temperature, not because they store water in their humps. 25. Hair and fingernails continue to grow after death. Reality: hair and fingernails do not continue to grow after death. The appearance of growth is caused by the skin retracting as the body dehydrates and shrinks, which can make nails and hair appear longer. Actual biological growth ceases once the body dies. 26. Fortune cookies are a Chinese tradition. Reality: fortune cookies are not a traditional Chinese custom. They were actually invented in the United States, likely by Japanese immigrants in California. They became associated with Chinese restaurants in the US and are now commonly served as a dessert after meals in Chinese American restaurants. 27. Vaccines cause autism. Reality: there is no credible scientific evidence linking vaccines to autism. The myth originated from a now debunked study published in 1998 by Andrew Wakefield, which has since been retracted due to ethical violations and flawed research methods. Numerous studies have shown that vaccines are safe and do not cause autism. 28. The tongue has specific taste zones. Reality: the idea that different parts of the tongue are responsible for tasting sweet, salty, sour, and bitter flavors is a misconception. All taste buds on the tongue can detect all 5 basic tastes, including umami, although some areas may be slightly more sensitive to certain tastes than others. The taste map of the tongue has been debunked by modern research. 29. Vikings wore horned helmets. Reality: Vikings did not wear horned helmets in battle. This image of Vikings was popularized by 19th century Romantic art and later by opera costumes. Archaeological evidence shows that Viking helmets were typically simple and functional, without horns, which would have been impractical in combat. 30. Dogs see in black and white. Reality: dogs do not see in black and white. They can see colors, though not as vividly as humans. Dogs have dichromatic vision, meaning they can see shades of blue and yellow, but have difficulty distinguishing between red and green. Their color vision is similar to that of a person with red-green color blindness. 31. You lose most of your body heat through your head. Reality: you do not lose most of your body heat through your head. The idea that 40–45% of body heat is lost through the head is a myth based on flawed studies. Heat loss occurs through any part of the body that is exposed, and the amount lost is proportional to the surface area exposed. If your head is uncovered while the rest of your body is insulated, it might seem like more heat is lost through the head, but it's not a disproportionately higher amount. 32. Bats are blind. Reality: bats are not blind. In fact, they have fairly good eyesight. Many species of bats use echolocation to navigate and find food in the dark, but they can also rely on their vision, especially in low-light conditions. Some species, like fruit bats, have excellent vision, particularly at night. 33. Hair and fingernails continue to grow after death. Reality: hair and fingernails do not continue to grow after death. The appearance of growth is caused by the skin retracting as the body dehydrates and shrinks, which can make nails and hair appear longer. Actual biological growth ceases once the body dies. Misconceptions are widespread and often persist despite being debunked by science or factual evidence. By understanding and correcting these common myths, we can foster a more accurate view of the world and avoid making decisions based on false information. Whether it's about health, history, or everyday life, debunking misconceptions is an important step toward a better understanding of reality.